Hello everyone, Neorashi here. As you can see, Keita decided to join me. He's probably gonna move away in a couple minutes at best. Anyway, um, as you may have seen my recent post I made a couple hours ago showing my new bookshelf. It is my 11th bookshelf. Not all of them are as big as this one. There's one that's actually bigger, and like three or four I think that are smaller. And I actually moved like uh, actually now I moved my clothes like the drawer with not the drawer, well, yeah, the drawer with my clothes, they're now in the corridor that's behind me. So yeah, anyway, um this is gonna be a long one, because as I announced, today is going to be my, and by far, my largest weekly old video. I didn't make one 2 weeks ago because I didn't make one 2 weeks ago because I didn't get a single book. I didn't make one last week either because first of all I was not home, and even if I was, I only got two books. So the two books I got last week are going to be in today's video. Actually, they're going to be the two first manga you'll see. And this week, so even if it wasn't for the two books I got last week, this week I got you can see, yeah, part of it, but this week I got 37 books. Only one of them is a light novel. The other 36 are manga, and including the two books that I got last week, that means I got a total of 39 books in 2 weeks. So let's get this show on the road right away. I'm gonna start. I'm so afraid that my pile is going to fall fall over, so I'm gonna need to slowly take them. But the two books I got last week are actually from the same series, and it's Rainbows After Storms, volume 4 and 5. I actually didn't know that 4 was released, let alone 5. So when I went to pre-order volume 4, Amazon told me, hey, volume 5 is out, so I ordered both. Next is a series that I actually didn't know. Not only I didn't know was released in English, uh, but 3 volumes of it were out. So, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm going to do the same, uh, the order I got them, except for 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I got 22 books, and the other 15 I got them today. But it is a bit weird for 2 days ago because I went to my manga store twice and bought some books from a friend of mine who it was selling them. Um, so they're gonna be a bit mixed up. I'm not going to show them in the order that I went to the manga store, but the next 22 books are all going to be the books that I bought uh, 2 days ago. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, to go back where I was going, the next two books, because I said I was going to say 3 volumes are out, but I only got two. I'm going to reserve the volume 3 for my next paycheck. But it's Wash It All Away, volume 1 and 2. I've never heard about this series until a couple months ago when I saw the announcement for the anime, and I immediately went to Anime Planet and checked on the synopsis of both the manga and the anime, and thought it looked really interesting. It does sounds like Yashike-ish with slightly older character, which is definitely something I'm interested in. And also, uh, it takes place in a city that I've personally visited, even if it was just for an hour or two. This this manga takes place in the seaside seaside town of Atami in the Shizuoka prefecture. Again, I personally visited this place, so it is something that's extra interesting because of that. Next is Volume 9 of Partners 2.0. I've only read Volume 1, I really need to read the other. Next is Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 29. And this officially makes Fly Me to the Moon the series I have the second most volume of, the other being Komi Can Communicate. I think I have 34 volumes of that. For the next few ones, I'm gonna need to get the Japanese title because it's one of those French titles that I don't know the name in English because they don't really exist. Oh, actually, not yet. Yeah, this one I know the English title, but Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister, Volume 13. Next we have, oh yeah, this is one of them. Sorry. Okay, this one, Volume 3 of Kokyu Hi no Kanrinin. Sorry for my bad Japanese. I only know how to speak about 5 or 6 words. Next is Volume 3 of Hope You're Happy Lemon. This is another series that I really need to start because I haven't started yet. Next is the other series, I don't know the English, the inexistent English title. Volume 6 of Anatsu Kyuku. An Ansatsu Kyuku, Ansatsu Jokan Karin wa Yutari Ikitai. Again, sorry for my bad Japanese. Next is another. There's plenty of series that I actually bought multiple volumes. Most of them 2 volumes, but you'll see soon. Next is Volume 1 and 2 of Idol Story. Idol Cross Idol Story. Heard some things about it, even though I'm not too much into the whole idol thing. I thought this looked interesting, so I went for it. Next is Volume 3 and 4 of School Live. I read Volume 1 and 2. Definitely a dark but really good series. And it did feature in my recent cute girls not doing cute things top 10 or top 13, I don't remember. Okay, the next is the books I bought from my friend. This is a full series. I bought a full series from a friend, and it's volume 1 through 5 of Love Me for Who I Am. Yeah, I'm gonna show them the cover like that. I've actually wanted to get this series for over a year now. I haven't read them. Well, I've read maybe chapter 1 online or something like that. But the reason I haven't gotten to buy them is I didn't want to buy them in French, for starters. And where I am, in the area where I am, I don't remember if it was volume 2 or 4, but one of these 2 volumes is basically impossible to find. It's like volume 3 of the Kana spin-off of Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid, impossible to find. Like the earlier volume are super easy to find, but volume 2, for some reason, impossible to find. Um, Next is volume 2 of My Sweet Boy. I've read the synopsis of volume 1 and thought it was interesting. I haven't gotten to read it yet. Next is, I'm going like that. Next is volume 9 of Kindergarten Wars. I finally started this series, so far really good. A bit violent though, but really good. And let me just see. Whoops, my empty bottle of Coca-Cola just fell off the table. Okay, yeah. So there's 3 books remaining for 2 days ago, and then the next 15 are going to be for today. The books I got today. Next is volume 9 of Maggie Lumiere Magical Girl Incorporation. And the next 2 are another case of 2 from the same series, but one is a main volume and the other is a spin-off. And also both in French. Licorice Recoil, Volume 5, the main series, Volume 5, and Reload Comic Anthology, Volume 3. At this point, there's more spin-off than main series volume. It's honestly getting a bit ridiculous. I think I have like 6 or 7 spin-off volumes, but only 5 main volumes. All right. So, oh wow, actually I'm doing pretty well. Only 12 minutes, and I've already done 24 volume out of my 39. All right, so first for the books that I got today, Ruri Dragon Volume 2. This one I was definitely hyped to get. Volume 1 was amazing. It was super cute. Definitely looking forward to read this one. Next is a volume that I didn't know existed because I thought the first was the only volume. But apparently the mangaka made a sequel, Alter Ego Volume 2. Again, I didn't know I didn't know Ana C. Sanchez was going to make a Volume 2. Let me just check when it was made. When was it made? Well, apparently it was published in English 7 months ago. So, wow, okay. Anyway, next is Blend S Volume 3. I've recently read Volume 2, definitely a great series so far. Next is another volume that I was very, very much looking forward to read, Mono Volume 3. One of my favorite anime of this year. Definitely, if not my favorite, definitely like top 3, top 5 maybe, because I watch a fair bit more anime than I usually do this year. Next is Volume 3 of I Don't Know Which Is Love. Another series that I neglected. I did read Volume 1, but Volume 2 I haven't read it yet. And I've had those for a while. Now Volume 2 released a long time ago, like a year ago, I think. Next is Volume 4 of How Do I Turn My Girlfriend into my best friend into my girlfriend. Sorry. Volume 4. Volume 3 was Volume 1 was good. Volume 2 was amazing. Volume 3 was also amazing. I have been told earlier today that starting Volume 4, the series falls down significantly. I hope this is just that guy's opinion and it's not true. But if it is, too bad, because it's one of my top 3 Yuri because of the cuteness. Next is Volume 5 of Witch's Life in a Micro Room. And let me tell you guys, this volume is thick. Like what I said about Volume 8 of Love's in Sight. They could have split this in two and sell both parts full price, and it would still not be a ripoff. This volume has over 270 pages, and some manga have as little as 110. I think the manga with the least amount of pages that I have is like 115, something like that. So at almost 300, they could split this in two, and they would have made more money. But I'm glad they did it this way because it's super thick and it's still $17 Canadian, $13 US. So next is Wandering Witch: The Journey of Alina, the manga version, volume 6. This is the final volume. I don't know why they did so few volumes, considering the light novel is like a 20 something volume now in Japanese, in like 16 or 17, I think, um, in English. Actually, I'm curious. I'm gonna check right now. When is volume 16 releasing? Wondering which light novel. Alright, so let's see. Okay, so 16 hasn't released yet in English. Released this December. Oh wow, that means that's a pretty long gap. I've had volume 15 for a while now. Anyway, next is volume 7 of I Wanna Do Bad Thing With You. This is another great rom-com. One of my favorite that I discovered last year. I've read up to volume 6, and volume 7 is sadly the final volume. But I still, I wish the series was longer, but I think it's better that it ends on a good note and overstays welcome. Next is volume 9 of Please Go Home Misakutsu. I've read the first 4 volumes, I think, of this so far. Kind of good, not the best, but like I like it enough to suggest it if someone wants a ecchi rom-com, especially if they like Miss Nagatoro, which is definitely has this very similar vibes. Next is volume 11 of Itami-chan is Shy with Stranger. Another great, another really good fluffy rom-com. Speaking of rom-com, there's another volume 11. This time it's Skip and Loafer. I don't like this one as much, but it's definitely a good one. Next is volume 15 of the manga version of I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. And if you like fan service but not stuff that is too not safe for work, this is definitely a good cover. I mean, swimsuit and all that stuff. Even the back cover has multiple character in bikinis, so again, a good eye candy for a volume. Next is volume 15 of the 100 Girlfriend Who Really, 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 Really Loved You. Probably my favorite harem rom-com of all time. Whether it's like Yuri or hetero rom-com, definitely one of the best. Harem, my favorite personally. Last but not least, my only light novel of the list, Buffety, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, volume 16. This is easily one of my like top 3, maybe top 5 light novel. My favorite is definitely Igehiro, but this one is one of the series I've been enjoying the most so far when it comes to light novel. I still haven't watched season 2 of the anime, but where is it? Yep. I do have the collector edition of season 1 anime. Like both sides are amazing. It also came with goodies in a slightly larger box. This box came with it. I'm not gonna open it, but yeah. Anyway, this brings my total to um, 2,430. If you watched my last weekly haul, you may remember that I wrote 2,392. So technically, the count should be 2,431. However, in the last video, I made a fatal mistake. One of the books that I showed was actually a book that I had already purchased previously and accidentally bought a second copy. So I still have the duplicate copy, but um, obviously I chose not to count it in my collection. The only duplicate that I count in my collection are the two series that I willingly chose to collect both in French and English. And these two series are Laid Back In and My Clueless First Friend. These are the only two series that I actively double dip intentionally on because I collect them in both languages. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you maybe tomorrow or Monday because at long last my weekly review are coming back.